You go, dog, you go.
Guys, out on the water again. It is June, it is cold, particularly for us guys down here in KZN. We're not used to this time of year. It doesn't really tickle our fancy, so to speak. Water temperature at the moment, we've just put the boat onto the water now. It's looking around about 18 degrees, so I'll just let the Lowrance stabilize, and I'll give you an update on water temperature later. So I would say it might be 21 degrees. That's where I'd guess it to be. But anyways, I'm out with the top G here, the box man himself. A lot of you guys know Dylan from all of his videos and all of his many years in Basshouse in Hillcrest. And we're going to catch some fish today. One of the objectives I think we want to try and achieve today is the myth that all the fish go deep in the winter. So let's see how successful we are with that. I believe, theory, the majority of the fish will be offshore. Kind of Netflix and chill vibe, just chilling out where they're nice and comfortable. But I think that there's going to be certain fish that are going to be in shallower water, that are holding on shallow water vegetation. Not everywhere, but certain areas of the dam. And I'm going to use my FishTec charts to find vegetation that's close to a break line, or let's call it a drop off, on points where there's flats with a drop off on the back side of the point. I'm going to go and try and find areas like that to target those shallow water fish. And the reason I'm going to do that is because I believe that those shallow water fish are aggressive fish, and those are going to be fish that are going to be feeding actively. So we want to target aggressive fish today, and that is the game plan, to find vegetation and rocky areas that are in shallower water, up on those, like I say, those points, and those up on top of the break lines or drop offs. I would guess 8 foot and shallower. That's the kind of vibe. So let's see if we can get that right today, and that's the story.
Let's get it done.
No pressure. Let's
Yeah.
get it done. So we'll see if that theory works. I think we'll get some fish. Based on those facts, let's see what we can put together. Go, boys, first one, and then lay down. Nah, I'm good, brother. It's a fish. Got that swim jig down. It's right there off that lay down, coming over, bouncing through the...
Yeah, on that side.
That's it. Bounce once or twice through the tree branches. It'll keep a size fish. Very good. Here we go. There's another one. Another one, boys. See what I'm saying about aggressive fish? They smash this thing.
Chasing it out of there.
Yeah, bro. And check out, he's got it down. Like, that's what you want, bro.
Right over there.
Got it down, committed to it. No games, bro. Play no games. Here we go. Another one. Similar size fish. I changed that trailer, put that Z-Craw Junior on there. It's much bulkier profile, as you can see. My theory was to catch a big one, and that's the smallest one.
Not too bad. They still charred hard.
Yeah, no, he smashed that. They're super aggressive. There's got to be a big one somewhere.
Yeah.
Another one. Ish. Fish, yeah, aggressive, but not the size we want. John! Not a giant. He ate like a giant, my friend. Yes, he exploded on it. Woo! Settle down. Yeah, that thing got me. I thought it was way bigger, bro. Yes, it absolutely exploded on that thing. Yeah. So the theory is definitely working.
Yeah.
We're just waiting for the big ones.
Yeah.
The water temperature is 20.5 degrees. So there's the water temperature there, 20.5 degrees. Here's my FishTec chart on my Lowrance unit. And I'm fishing this weed. You can see it here. Fishing that swim jig straight through this weed. And this weed is sitting on this flat here. And you can see where that FishTec chart is showing me where that break line is. So those fish don't have to travel very far to get from that deeper water up into this weed. And that is 5 fish, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's 5 fish on that deal, working one stretch of bank in probably an hour. How long do you think, Bree? Have you got a time on you there?
It's 20 to 10.
So about an hour and 20.
Yeah.
So it's a good start. Right, guys, so this fishing a swim jig, the reason for fishing that swim jig is I'm fishing through that weed that I've just shown you. There are also some laydowns and stuff like that are in the shallows. That is essentially the practical reason why I'm fishing this swim jig, because I can put it through the trees, put it through this weed. If it gets hung up on the weed, I'm basically just fishing it like a jerk bait, just twitching it out of the weed, and it pulses like that, and it just comes through the weed so effectively. So from a practical point of view, there's really no other bait I can put in there. I can't get a spinner bait through there. I can't get a chatterbait through there. This thing just comes through anything. I haven't been hung up once this morning, you know. So it's really a practical kind of solution. You know, it's not specifically to say that they're only going to eat a swim jig, but it's the only thing that I can fish in the grass. I'm not running the edges. I'm running it through this weed. I'm running it through the branches of the laydowns as we work down the bank. And this hasn't been hung up once. So it means all of my casts are effective. There's an opportunity on every single cast. I'm not getting hung up and having to take grass off the whole time, or having to go up to the bank to unhook my bait. So it's quite practical. Color-wise, I'm using white. I'm using white because I've had a lot of success in any venue that I've gone to on white. This is pearl white. This particular swim jig is a the Z-Man Cross-Eye swim jig. So you can check those out. Works very nice. It's got a keeper on here, so if you want to fish normal plastisol based plastics or the elastic, that keeper there, that's going to hold on your elastic as well. So you just shove it up on there. And this particular trailer here is the Zoom Z-Craw Junior. I don't trim it down. I want that nice big profile. It adds weight to it. It's got these ribs on it. Those create resistance, and these things kick. And as you've seen by the size of those fish so far, they don't have a problem. They get it in. Getting back to the color of white, had a lot of success on white, but also one key element is I can see it. So what happens a lot of times with these fish is they don't necessarily inhale the entire bait in one go. They've done it this morning, but it's not always like that. Often a time they'll grab it, hang on to it, and you can still see a portion of that swim jig that's not, the fish hasn't got it all the way in. And he has a second bite at it and he gets it in. And that's really a top tip. A lot of guys will say, I fish a swim jig and I feel them hit it and I can never set the hook. It's kind of like a horny toad as well, guys. You let them have it. You feel the bite. In this case, fishing the white, I can see them come up and eat it a lot of times, because I'm watching that swim jig just below the surface, just to that point where I just can still see it. And the white helps me see it. And I wait for that white to disappear. You've got to have that patience not to be, pull the trigger too fast. So that when that white's gone, when I felt him and that white's gone, I set him and he's in the boat. So that is one of the sort of practical reasons why I'm throwing white. Okay. Other colors work as well. One could argue that I catch more fish throwing in this particular watercolor, a green pumpkin color. As we go mid-lake, maybe a June bug or a black blue, that kind of color would work better. Yes, possibly. You've just got to have that patience then to feel that fish, and you got to set the hook once he's got it in his mouth. So maybe let them turn and swim away with it and then set the hook. Otherwise you might find yourself, you know, pulling the trigger too early and missing some fish. So that's the Z-Craw Junior. What I started off this morning, which is, these are my two favorite trailers. This is the Ultravibe Speed Craw, Zoom Ultravibe Speed Craw in white pearl. It's also got a great action. So smaller profile, less kicking action. That's what I started off, started to get momentum, started to see how aggressive the fish were, and I've just gone up to a bigger one to try catch some bigger fish. Ironically, I've caught a couple of smaller ones, but that's how the game goes. It's not an exact science. So those are two great trailers for your swim jigs. When you go to green pumpkins, you can, you know, match it up with your green pumpkin colors. When you go to your black blues, you can match it up with your June bug colors and those types of things, and you can even mix and match. When I fish a white swim jig though, I always fish a white, pearl white trailer. If I'm fishing a green pumpkin, I would fish a green pumpkin palette type color, like a green pumpkin blue or something like that, and then I would also mix it up and contrast it, so you can have a green pumpkin swim jig with a June bug trailer. So that's also a sneaky tip for you guys. Another swim jig that is also pretty cool is this guy right here. It's the 6 Sense Conda finesse swim jig. It's nice about that as well. So if you're using a plastisol trailer, it's got that screw keeper on it. So I haven't had an issue with this one yet, slipping down. But if you're going to screw your bait onto there, it's gonna stay pegged. And obviously you want to flare out your weed guard. It's got a nice hook on it as well, and very nice detailing on the head, which is certainly something you want in cleaner water. So that's also another option. So far this one's doing the job, so there we have it. In terms of the equipment, guys, rod, reel and line. Okay, this is a Verto 7-foot medium heavy rod, so it's a 7mH. What that allows me to do is be extremely accurate on these casts. So what I'm doing here, I'm fishing towards the bank at an angle over these weed patches, and I'm able to skip it under all of these overhangs that run along the bank. I mean, you might be able to see these trees and bushes that are running across the shoreline and those types of things. So I'm able to skip it up underneath there, and that just gives me a second opportunity. If they're up under that shade, I'll catch those fish. So I can skip it under there. That this medium heavy rod's got a phenomenal tip, so that allows me to get that kind of that flick, and I just skip it right underneath there, and then I wind it all the way back, and I'm still able to get a sufficient casting distance out of it. So I want that accuracy. I want to be able to slide it up under those overhangs quietly to get those super shallow fish, and this is what this rod allows me to achieve. It's also strong as hell, so I can put the fish in the boat. Reel wise, high speed reel, nice power handles. This is a Shimano JDM, the X-Sense DC. I like to have those power handles. I'm fishing on braid, 30-pound Pesca braid. This is the grey braid. This is my favorite color braid. And the 30-pound braid is, I'm fishing some seriously thick cover here. And when that big fish bites, I want to be able to get him out. A lot of time what's going to happen, fishing this sort of distance of weed, if I catch that fish or hook that fish at the end of the cast, I'm never going to bring that fish all the way through all of this weed. So I've got to set the hook, hold him with this braid, and then take my trolling motor and go and take him out and dig him out. So I just don't want to be in a situation where that big one finally bites. There's a lot of big fish here, 3 and 4 kilo fish in this dam, and I'm sure that the venues that you guys fish as well, you don't want to get back, finally get that bite. You've covered kilometers of water all day long, you get the bite, and you just don't have enough line, and you break off, and it's a war story. So although I'll fish in sort of more open water, swim jigs all the way down to a 12-pound fluorocarbon, the deal that I'm faced here in this type of scenario, 30-pound braid, that's it. There's no stretch in the braid as well. So when I do a long cast and get the bite on the other side of the weed, because what's happening is there's a weed line, the sun is shining from this side, so there's a whole shade line running that side. So when they eat me on the other side of the weed, between the bank and where the weed starts, I've got to have that braid with no stretch. I can just set the hook, it's direct contacts, straight through the weed guard, into the fish's mouth, crank him into the boat. The Verto rod obviously is an expensive rod, premium quality, but if you have a look at the Pesca frog and swim jig rod, designed for this technique, ideal. I think they're 1,200 Rand, and they come with a 5-year, no questions asked replacement warranty or replacement deal on those. So check out those Pescas as well. It's the only rod you'll need for frogs and swim jigs. Oh, giant Boom! You go, dog, you go. What I'm talking about, boys, we knew it was coming, is that's how you go up the rankings on a tournament day with a fish like that, boys. Look at that. Boom! Yeah, swim jig dogs.
See that swell?
Yeah. Just watch him eat it, bruv. Adrenaline dogs. Adrenaline dogs, boys. There's the juice there. That's the one. Hey, that's how we like them. You rack up some numbers like that in the tournaments, it's game over, boys. I knew it. There you go, boys. You see 2.090. That's how you get it done, boys. Beautiful fish. Swim jig dogs, boys. Shallow water winter scenario. Oh, that's peak, brother. That is absolute peak. Here we go, boys. Off he goes. Aggressive winter fish. Moving baits. Love it. Giant! Another one. How's that explosion, bro? On the surface. Boom! Another cull. There you go, boys.
Good fish.
Not bad, solid keeper there. Got some salad here, boys. Bok choy. Very good. Right through the top there, boy. Right through the top. Look at that. Brilliant. Exploded on that, dude. Just juiced him with that Verto. Have a good day. There we go, boys. Just hopping that swim jig. Boom. Another one. Bang. There we go, boys. Check how they get it down. That's another cull. Check how he's got that thing down, boy. Woo! What do you say, box man?
They're tying the swim jig.
Tying that swim jig, boys. Look at that fish. Got it down. My friend. Get it. Yes, boy. Might need a bit of artillery there. Anyway, got him off. Another great fish. Look at that. Very nice. It's another cull. Getting it done, son. Wild. So there we have it, guys. If you like what you saw, give the video a like, give it a follow, and on YouTube, give it a subscribe for more content. See you guys next time on the water.